What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I am one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Dallas, Colin, and Donnie. Week 4 of the NFL season has wrapped up. It was a very exciting week. We had our first international game of the season in Ireland. We had quite a bit of upsets, a big win at Ford Field. We had another blocked field goal for a win. We had our first tie since 2022, which we will get to in a bit. We had a rough injury, and prayers up to Tyreek Hill on Monday Night Football.
Malik Neighbors.
We had a lot of big injury. DJ Reed got injured. There was some.
They need to put natural grass in MetLife Stadium.
There was some.
It's ridiculous.
There were some rough injuries.
Demolish MetLife.
And then to round off Monday Night Football, the Bengals, man, they are just going to have to hit that panic button because without Joe Burrow, they are a lost puppy. It is bad over there in Cincinnati. So, anyways, before we get into all that, I will run us down through our picks from last week. It was a rough week, just based on all the things that happened. First place was a tie, and last place was a tie. So,
Colin ties, man.
Colin and Donnie, you guys won at
Let's
10
go.
and 6.
All right.
And then me and Dallas tied for last at 8 and 8.
Okay.
So, and that is giving the Dallas.
What were some of the
game
games that saved us?
loss. So the first game, Seattle versus Arizona. Donnie was the only one to take Arizona, so that he was the only one to get a loss there. We split Pittsburgh, Minnesota. I was the only one to take the Falcons. We all took the Chargers. Little did we know Jackson Dart has that dog in him, and basically just bitched Justin Herbert. I ruined my Falcons pick by picking the Titans, and they didn't score a single point.
Yeah, that was Marshall's upset of the week.
Yeah, I
Didn't even score.
Picked the wrong game to pick an upset. We split Philly and
Quarterback
Tampa Bay.
after the game saying, "If I'm keeping it a buck, we're ass."
Honestly, we ain't wrong. I respect it. We all picked New England. We all picked Buffalo. We all picked Detroit. Colin pulling the Jags pick out of nowhere by himself. A huge
I'm a
pull
Liam
there.
Cohen believer, man.
We
Whoa.
okay. There it is. I got to restart the intro for that. That was bad. That was bad. We all picked the Rams. I picked Vegas, which they almost got the win. Blocked field goal at the end, got Chicago the win. We all picked Baltimore, and it was an ugly game for them. We all it was Donnie was the only one to pick Dallas, but again, it was a tie. So we'll get to that in a minute. Donnie making the Miami call, only one to pick Miami. All of us picked the Jets, and that did not go well for us. And then all of us convincingly picked Denver, and that game ended in a blowout, basically. So it was an interesting week. We'll go down the list, talk a little bit about the games. Seattle, Arizona looked like a blowout at the start, but Kyler Murray and the Cardinals made a little bit of a comeback there in the last drive, and it came down to a last-second field goal to win that game. Sam Darnold looked really good. He had that one throw to JSN that was beautiful. Honestly, I don't even think Kyler Murray looked that bad. I know you guys are haters of Kyler Murray, but honestly, I mean,
truthers. Kyler Murray. That first of all, his first interception somehow isn't statistically an interception because the guy fumbled and they got the ball back. That doesn't make sense to me. Like just in general.
Hey man,
He wasn't credited with an interception for that?
No, it just logically that just doesn't make sense. Like Kyler Murray aside, that logically just doesn't make sense to me.
The Pittsburgh, Minnesota game, our first international game. Oh, Donnie, are you talking? You're lagging like hell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's cheesy.
I have a feeling he's going to get booted.
Oh,
Nah.
He's back.
There you go.
welcome back.
He's back.
Says I'm unstable, so okay, we're doing great. Awesome.
Okay, what were you
This man
saying?
is a blur.
Oh, chill out, Michael. Dallas said that didn't make sense, and I just said ball don't lie. Kyler didn't throw an interception.
That was a terrible interception.
I didn't watch a single second of that game except for watching Arizona tie it up.
It got interesting right there at the end. Our first international game in Ireland. Let's just say that Ireland and Irish people think Kenneth Gainwell is the new Barry Sanders because he had a great game.
I picked that man up in fantasy in the best move of all time for me.
He had a great game.
And started.
Rodgers had a pretty good game. I love the clip of him in the huddle, calls the play, and he hits a smelling salt, and then he throws an 80-yard bomb to DK Metcalf. All right, I just stuttered like a bitch there. May win him MVP. That was amazing.
Okay, now we're back to now we're back to the
Rodgers is that guy.
This is the same man whose upset of the week was Titans, who lost 26-0. All right.
If 200 yards and one touchdown, and that one touchdown happened to be 80 yards, wins the MVP. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
It was against the Vikings defense.
Hey, that's a good beat.
That means everything is doubled. So he actually had 400 and killed
Thank
it.
God he
Oh, there he
lagged.
goes.
Thank God he lagged.
It was. I also love the play where the Steelers ran a push, and this man Rogers just watched with his
Just
hands on his hips,
Standing there
literally.
like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Bro, literally just watched, and he goes, "Yep, that's a first down."
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, that's a.
We'll give him a second to come back. We'll give him a couple seconds. Man, it was frozen for a minute, just cheesing. I know Wade Collin hit us with a dew ball. That was
Whoa.
fucking bad.
Oh.
All right. Washington, Atlanta was actually quite a bit of a blowout. I mean, not a blowout, but it just one-sided the entire time. The Falcons looked pretty good. That Washington team just missing Jaden Daniels. You could kind of tell that they just weren't in sync. But besides that, it was just a good home victory for Atlanta. The Chargers versus the Giants. Jackson Dart as we saw, he makes a bold post on Instagram or on social media, and it was a picture of Madison Beer, and we know Justin Herbert is dating Madison Beer, and he says #game day, and so at that moment, I think we was just kind of wrapped up that the Giants were going to win that game, and he played a decent game. I mean, he didn't throw amazingly, but again, it's his first ever game. He did rush for a touchdown. Chargers just couldn't get it moving, but I mean that Giants defense is really good. Brian Burns is leading the league in sacks with 5. That defense is just a pretty solid defense. So it just the Chargers couldn't get it moving that well, and the Giants were able to just hold on and win the game. And it was a tight game, but it was.
Marion Hampton had a pretty good game though. 12 carries, 128 and a touchdown. That's not bad against his D line.
Exactly.
Chargers are getting too cute. They should have kept handing him the ball. If he has 100 and whatever yards on 12 carries, why would he not just keep handing the ball? I saw Herbert
averaging 10 yards a carry. Keep feeding him.
Herbert threw the ball 41 times for only like 202 yards. That's ridiculous. I know that, like, with a front that good, it seems like you would want to run the ball and not just sit back there and chuck it. I think Harbaugh is kind of losing his way a little bit.
Yeah, 41 passes, and Lad McConkey only caught 1. Thanks, fantasy right there. Yep.
Hey, Quentin Johnson's having a good time. That's all.
Quentin Johnson is actually having a great year, which is
turned into a dog.
He did. Houston, Tennessee was just the first half looked like, okay, both of these teams just need to be put into the UFL until they figure their shit out. Finally, the Texans started scoring a little bit, and Tennessee didn't score a single point. And it's crazy to say, usually when you see this happen, you're like, yeah, the quarterback's a bust. Honestly, I think Cam Ward is actually a pretty good quarterback. I think the Titans just absolutely blow. Like, I think their team is bad in every way, shape, and form. Their coaching, their receivers, their running backs, their O-line, their defense. Like, Cam Ward, I think if he is an NFL bust, it is not his fault. It's more or less he just got put on one of the. He's going to be one of those things like a Daniel Jones where he's going to relocate in 4 or 5 years and then he's going to revive his career a little bit. But for Tennessee fan,
fucking sucks.
I
don't even know if the team's that bad. I think Brian Callahan is just a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, he is. And I love, honestly, like, people were saying, oh, wow, I can't believe you'd say that about your team. I honestly like that Cam Ward was like, yeah, we're ass right now. Like, we suck.
What's he supposed to say?
Yeah, what's he going to go in there?
He's got shut out against another Owen.
We got to build on this. Like, bro, I hate the bullshit and what the media wants to hear. He's just keeping it a buck with their ass. Like, and he's right. Like, you just got to state the facts, and maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll do something, realizing that their quarterback is not happy about it. Tampa Bay, Philly, this game should have been a primetime game. It sucks that this was during the Detroit game. Honestly, most of us probably wanted to watch this. I didn't get to watch it because I was at the Detroit game, but it looked like a pretty good game. It was going Philly's way for most of the game, and then Baker doing classic Baker things, just making a comeback. Ibuka is going to be unbelievable. Mike Evans, we know, won't be in the league for too much longer, and as soon as Mike Evans is out and Ibuka's the number one, him and Baker could be one of the best combos in the league. Like, he's a dog, and Baker's a dog. We know that. So this Bucs team, even with a loss, still one of the best teams in the NFL, in my opinion. The Eagles are just the Eagles. They're a very good team. Obviously, they're still, in my opinion, probably up there for Super Bowl favorites. So I think, even as a Tampa Bay fan, like, you lost. I don't even think it's that bad. Like, I just think that the Eagles are good. There's just a lot to build on. But it was a good game. I just wish I could have watched it. New England, I'm not even going to touch it.
Did you guys see A.J. Brown's tweet?
I didn't.
He quoted, I'll pull up the exact quote, but he quoted a Bible verse, which was, I want to pull it up so I don't mistake what he actually said. Okay.
I'd be a little. I feel having Devontae Smith and AJ Brown and paying them like top receivers. In my opinion, like I'm not dogging the Eagles for not getting them the ball. I'm dogging the Eagles for the fact that they should not pay probably 2 wide receivers that much when you're not going to utilize them enough. You gotta probably honestly move on from one of them and keep the other one, because there's no point in having those guys when you're going to utilize your running back and Jalen Hurts' feet and then Dallas Goedert so much to the point where you're not using AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
I think they just I think Billy has a very bad habit of just hiring ass offensive coordinators. Like Kellen Moore was good, and then years ago Shane Steichen, I believe, was the guy who came out. Like he was good, but then they hired Brian Johnson, and that guy, he was the one who got fired halfway through the season because he fucking sucked. This Kevin Patullo guy, from all accounts, does not know how to fucking play call. I mean, I get it, they're the Eagles and they want to run, but having no completed passes in the second half of the game, you can not like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not that bad. That is specifically play calling, and
that's JJ McCarthy level play calling right there.
That legit, yeah.
You win a Super Bowl with that type of talent.
I do agree. Oh, go ahead, Danny.
I got the quote. AJ Brown, I thought he tweeted this, but I didn't see it on his Twitter, so maybe he deleted it. It is a Bible quote. It says, "If you are not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way." So everybody was taking that as oh fuck, he might ask out, which I don't think it's gonna get that bad, but they do need to just feed his ego a little bit and kind of get him involved. I get it, it's tough.
A guy like him, you need to get him involved. Which again, it's not Jalen Hurts' fault at all. I agree with Donnie. I think it's an offensive coordinator issue. I think they're just not you're not utilizing the weapons. We know Jalen Hurts can throw the football. Do I think Jalen Hurts has got the arm talent of Matthew Stafford or someone like that? No, but we know Jalen Hurts. I mean, this 8-man AJ Brown had 2 1,500-yard seasons from the same quarterback, so we know he's got it. I think these just play calling. They're trying to revolve everything around Saquon, when even then last week we saw Saquon did not have a great week. You can't put everything behind Saquon. You gotta use your top 5 receiver.
What pisses me off about the conversation is every time it comes up, it's always a Jalen Hurts conversation. They always kind of take subtle jabs at Jalen Hurts. Literally every time they've gone into a game and they've wanted to throw the ball, Jalen Hurts does well. Last year they had this problem in the Pittsburgh game. Jalen Hurts went out and threw 300 yards, lit him the fuck up. And then he came out and said, is that what everybody wanted to see? I can do it, basically.
I mean,
in the Rams
last week.
In the Rams game, they were getting their ass beat. They come out, start slinging it. Jalen Hurts leads them to a win. It's
he does.
Outplayed Matthew Stafford.
It's not he can't do it, and that's what drives me insane. It's that falls on Nick Sirianni, the play calling. Jalen Hurts can go out there and spin it. He literally has gone toe-to-toe in Mahomes twice in 2 separate Super Bowls, and you can argue he played better than him in both Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts is a dog. I hate the fact that it gets put on his feet.
Yeah.
It is not his fault.
I definitely don't think it's his fault at all.
He should speak up. He should maybe speak up and say look at
the Lions. Look at the Lions. We are a run first team. We have 2 amazing running backs, a top 5 running back, and then honestly, I think if he's a starter, he's a top 15 running back, if not top 10. But guess what? If the run gets stuffed, bro, we're still slinging it. I mean, Amon-Ra has the most touchdowns out of any receiver in the NFL, and yet we're still a run first team. That's just how it works. You gotta adapt a little bit and give your guys a chance. We're paying Amon-Ra all that money, and guess what? It's worth it. He's still performing, even when Jahmyr Gibbs and Montes are getting 15, 20 carries a game. So they'll figure it out. I just think, they're still amazing. I just think that they need to get them a little bit more involved.
They're acting like Jalen Hurts is Josh Allen from a few years ago, with turnovers, when Jalen Hurts has never been that big of a turnover guy. That's why I don't think they push the ball downfield, which basically takes away AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. But it's until I see Jalen Hurts throw or turn the ball over 20 times in a season, I'm not gonna think he's that kind of guy. He's never has been. So the play calling truly does not make sense.
We'll fly through these next 2 games just because there's a lot I want to touch on after the games. New England blows out Carolina. Buffalo beats the Saints. Honestly, not convincingly, but it was a win.
That's a Rattler. He's a dog.
Detroit,
126 yards, by the way.
Hey, even if you watch the game, there are good 126 yards. Okay, he's slinging the
Shut up.
Cleveland comes into Detroit, and they did score first, and it was 7-0 at one point, and then at the end of the game, it was 34-10. So got a little scary there at the start. I think Cleveland just got their, that first drive, okay, we're doing good. Last year, Cowboys got the opening field goal. The Titans started off 14-7 against us, then we beat them 52-14. They get the first touchdown, and then they only get a field goal the rest of the game. The Lions, they balled out.
Lions have allowed an opening drive touchdown in each of the first 4 games.
Yeah. and they're 3-1. So it is what it is. So they look good again. Myles Garrett with 0 sacks. He had 1 or 2 good pressures, but he wasn't really a factor in that game. Jared Goff wasn't. He held his own. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. That was a great game for Detroit. Amon-Ra gets 2 touchdowns. Gibbs gets a touchdown. It was a great game for Detroit. Kirby Joseph, 2 interceptions on the season. He did have a small injury, but he is fine. They said there's actually no injury at all. It sounds like he just twisted his body up a little bit, and he just caught him off guard. DJ Reed with a tough injury that is going to hurt us a little bit. Thankfully, it is not an ACL tear. It is not Achilles. It is just a hamstring, which is still bad, but it's not a season-ending injury. They said he hopefully should be back in the next 5 to 6 weeks. Terrion Arnold will be out next week versus the Bengals, which means Amik Robinson will get the start, and we will get to
Amik filling in for Terrion Arnold. Honestly, him being gone might help the defense. He's played ass the last couple. He's been like by far our worst defender.
And I've if people, you guys know who Deb is. She was telling me, which this is a wild thing. I thought it was funny. She goes, "I've never hated on any Lions player except Joey Harrington," is what she said. I was like, all right, well, but she goes, "This man Terrion Arnold needs to be benched and not play." I was like, wow, and she's like, yeah.
I want him to work out, but like we need to stop giving him like trial by fire, and like he needs to earn his reps because he has not earned them with what we're seeing on the field.
He needs to not be CB1.
It would be one thing if he just got burnt. Like that would be one thing. It's all like the stupid penalties and shit too. Yeah. Like this, not so much this year, but last year was a big thing. Like the stupid.
It's been a thing this year too.
And someone was like,
it's dialed back after week one. Week one, it was really.
They're
bad.
trying. I feel like they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to throw. So I saw someone say it is not hard. DJ Reed is a great man-to-man corner, as we saw. He only had that one catch on Judy. Judy had like 50 yards in the first half, and he ended up with like 60.
And that one catch was when he pulled his hamstring.
Yeah,
like literally. It was that play.
And he got a pick. So DJ Reed is our best man-to-man corner.
Probably his pick of the year so far.
Someone was like, just man-to-man DJ Reed up, and then man-to-man Terrion Arnold up. Kirby Joseph is one of the best ball hawks in the NFL. Just have Kirby always hovering over Terrion Arnold or Brian Branch. Keep him double. So that way, honestly, if he's going to develop, he doesn't have all the pressure. I feel like literally they put him on the number one and say, here you go. Just good luck. And it's like, it never works out for him.
Yeah, but the problem is Terrion Arnold is getting beat like a drum by wide receiver twos. Like he ain't doing well against fucking backups, let alone like it just, and plus what do you shouldn't have to, he's a first round pick. You shouldn't have to say, okay, Kirby, you're going to shadow over the top of Terrion Arnold going against fucking Cedric Tillman against the Browns. Like,
man, going back
Terrion Arnold should be able to hold his own against.
Going back to that Joe Flacco pick, that thing. I'm literally sitting down. I see Joe Flacco load up. Obviously, Terrion had just gotten beat a couple drives before. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, who's wide open? I see nobody but Kirby. I'm like, I was like, what just happened? I was like, why is this man Joe Flacco still playing? Which actually just announced earlier today, Dylan Gabriel will get the start next week. They did just announce that. I saw it on ESPN. So let me confirm and make sure I wasn't reading a fake account.
I was going to say you might have been because I ain't seen that anywhere.
And no, I'm reading it.
While you're looking at that, Marshall.
Yep,
going back to Terrion Arnold.
Brown's expected to start Dylan Gabriel at QB, bench Joe Flacco after 1-3 start via CBS.
Joe Flacco?
So
I did also see, adding on to the injury stuff that we were talking about, that the Lions have signed Trey Flowers to the practice squad.
He's back?
The corner Trey Flowers.
What did you just
say? Trey Flowers.
Trey Flowers.
Tre Flowers, not Trey Flowers.
I just had fucking Vietnam flashbacks. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, we're moving that Trey Flowers to DB to help out with our injuries.
That man Matt Patricia thought Trey Flowers was the next freaking Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett mixed together, that he made him the highest paid edge rusher, and he did nothing.
Hey, he was kind of
our undrafted rookie,
like 3 weeks.
Romeo
and then that hands to the face penalty against Green Bay that lost us the game. That was the moment that he just like nosedived for us. And after that, he was never the same.
Moving on, unless anyone else has got anything else to say.
I have not seen this Dylan Gabriel thing anywhere.
I literally just read it on CBS Sports.
I see it on Yahoo Sports now, but that's fucking Yahoo.
Browns expected to start Dylan Gabriel at QB, bench Joe Flacco.
Glad they did that after this week, because honestly, Dylan Gabriel, he might do better. He's going to do a lot better than Joe Flacco. Moving on, because I know some of these games getting up, we're going to talk quite a bit about. Jags upset San Francisco. Rams take Indy down. And I don't even think, like, people are dogging, oh, Indy finally came back to earth. It was a good game, and honestly, should have been a tie game if it wasn't for Adonai Mitchell, who Colts fans are calling for his head, running to the end zone, drops it.
God.
Like people were like, Daniel Jones sucks. I was like, bro,
what did I did not even press it.
It was like he dropped it. Everyone was like, Daniel Jones sucked. He threw 2 picks. Yeah, he should have had 2 touchdowns. He threw a great throw and a great catch, and it was fucked up. Like that Daniel Jones is still their starting quarterback and will still win them games. But in reality, this Rams team is, in my opinion, is a top 3 team in the NFL, honestly, to win. In my opinion, the top 3 teams that are like Super Bowl favorites and I think could go out and win it, Eagles, Bucks, Rams. Like those.
If that field goal didn't get blocked last week, they're 4-0.
Eagles, Bucks, Rams, and right behind them at 4 is the Lions for me. Like that. So I think this Rams team is just really good. And Stafford, man, he had a great game, and he is having, I was going to talk about it a little bit later, but he is doing, he's having an amazing season. He's 1,100 yards, second in the NFL, 5 yards behind Dak Prescott. But when you have the worst defense in the NFL, you're going to get those yards. 8 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. Puka Nacua is the leading receiving yards with 500. Second place is 101 yards behind him. That's JSN. So the Matthew Stafford effect, where we saw like Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua is going to have that kind of year unless something happens where he's getting that Matthew Stafford treatment where Bro is just going to put it in every placement he ever needs. And honestly, it's an impressive year for Matt Stafford at the age of 36 is Matt Stafford, I believe.
He's 36. Ain't too bad for a guy who all we heard all offseason about how he has a fucking broken back and motherfuckers like 90. Like
I know I made my picks and I was like, I think the Rams could go out and win the Super Bowl. I kept hearing that. I'm like, man, is that a bad pick? And
the entire time I wasn't even reading into those stories because like motherfucker played damn near Pro Bowl level football for the Lions with a legit fractured spine. Like the only thing that worried me is if he came in hurt, like actually hurt. I knew he was gonna play, but like, is the Rams O-line so bad that he might get like knocked out? That's the only thing that worried me. But like, if they give him adequate protection, like even if his back is hurt right now, he's gonna finish the year. Like people are acting like he's soft. Like he literally had the longest streak for a starting quarterback with consecutive game starts for most of his career. It only ended late into his Detroit tenure. Like he's a dog. So
and after that big win at home, they stay at home on a short week, but the momentum, they play San Francisco, who is hurt. This could be a huge.
If he comes out and has like a 3-4 touchdown game and eats up all the yards like he's been doing, like Stafford MVP is not off the table. Like he will be in the short list of guys who are MVP. So
for the first time ever.
Yeah, I was kind of just thinking
that
like nobody. I mean, granted, we're only 4 weeks into the year, but
I ain't gonna be rage baited.
I was just thinking about how nobody like. We've got a couple of awards where it's like, okay, there's a clear front runner. I don't really know who would be the front runner for MVP right now, and I feel like Stafford has got to be one of the top names right now.
I would say it was definitely Justin Herbert before this weekend. Like
I think in my opinion, if you look at it right now, because like Dak's the top guy, but I'm not putting Dak in there. I would say Stafford's one, Herbert. I'd still say Josh Allen. He's thrown 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. They're undefeated. I'd say
Baker's got
probably Stafford, Herbert, Josh Allen, and then honestly Baker. And honestly,
Baker
Jared Goff,
MVP, let's go.
929 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, Jared Goff's
y'all gonna hate this. Jordan Love could be in this conversation.
Oh, okay.
He's got 1,000 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception.
When your defense is letting up one play touchdowns.
He looked real good. He looked real good against the Browns defense, only scoring 10 points. And then he looked incredible against the Cowboys defense that gets carved up by
Joe Burrow also played really bad against that Browns defense.
Okay, and Joe Burrow always starts the season playing like dog shit. What's your point?
Yeah, no, Jordan Love is not.
You're just comparing. Like, come on.
Jordan Love looked incredible for the first 2 weeks, and then everybody realized, oh wait, we're playing Jordan fucking Love, and we ain't got to worry about him. And he looked like ass against Browns. He looked like he was playing the Cowboys defense against the Cowboys defense, and he ended up tying a team where he was 7-point favorite.
Yeah,
so
I saw.
Jordan Love was
7-point favorites on the road.
Here, let's just move on because we're already about to get to that game.
Yes, please. Let's get it.
Chicago beats Raiders by a game-winning field goal. 2 wins straight for Ben Johnson in Chicago. Baltimore falls to the Chiefs. Chiefs just at home had a really good game. They just dominated them anywhere. I think Baltimore's kind of should be worried, but I think in their division, they're really just so
beat up already, man.
Lamar with the hamstring already.
You guys know that the Ravens are still favored to win their division. And
I'm not surprised.
I mean,
it's at 1-3.
Their biggest competition's the Steelers, who have 2 wins.
They currently have better Super Bowl and playoff odds than the Chiefs right now. Does that surprise you guys?
That surprises me a little bit.
I mean, not really. Being the Chiefs might not.
Baltimore goes home and plays.
They might.
Baltimore's going to get a second win this week. They go home and play Houston, so I think they'll be all right.
I mean, yeah, but they've looked bad
without
against
Lamar.
They've looked bad against everybody except for the Browns, and then the Browns are the Browns. So like,
I know I was just hyping up Cooper Rush over the weekend, but
getting into one of the biggest games we're going to talk about this week is we had the first tie in almost 3 years. Green Bay and Dallas tied 40-40, and what I was about to say was I saw all these Packer fans saying, "Well, on the plus side, our offense looked amazing. We scored 40 points."
It is the Cowboys' defense.
Hold on, Colin. Just listen.
Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards against them, and he's not even playing anymore.
Listen, I was arguing with a Packers fan, and they were like, "Well, we put up 40 points." Yeah, what Colin just said. The Giants put up 37 points, and Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards. Russell Wilson is now currently benched 2 weeks later. I was like, there is no way we are saying, well, our offense looks good. I'm pretty sure a JV offense could look good against that defense. That defense is awful. And honestly, if I'm a Packers fan, I'm more worried about the defense than anything because you got carved up without CeeDee Lamb there. Micah Parsons, I am not counting his. It counts on the stat sheet, bro. That's barely a sack. Like, he did not actually get any good pressure on that team. He had a bad game, and they're paying him $50 million. And they're paying Rashawn Gary, $25 million. That Packers defense got carved up so bad.
It's the number one offense.
No,
yes,
no.
Statistically the number one offense.
The Cowboys' offense has looked good. I do think that the biggest glaring issue is
that they scored 13 points against the Bears.
They were the number one offense.
True.
Because they played the fucking Giants. They got smacked in the face against the Bears. Like,
we hung 52 on the Bears.
Their best player.
We hung 52 on the Bears, and the Cowboys only scored 14 on the Bears. I will not say that the Cowboys are. That is a bad look for the Packers, and they're going into their bye week after this. And we'll get into the conversation that we had over text. In my opinion, if you're the Cowboys there, I don't care what you guys say. If I'm the Packers, and this game has already been bad, and you are in the toughest division in football by far. We have 2-2 teams, a 3-1 team, and you are 2-1. You go down the field. You can either go for the tie, which I saw a Packers fan is just awful for the standings. You can go for the tie, or you could go for the win, or possibly the loss. I'm absolutely going for the win or taking the loss. There is no shot in hell I'm going to tie with the Cowboys after all that. And such a competitive division going into my bye week with the schedule they play. The Packers still have to go out and play the Eagles. They have to play the Chiefs, who after that game have a huge momentum boost. The Eagles, they obviously have to play the Lions. They have to play the Ravens late season. They have a lot of tough games. They play the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I'm going for wins. You have to take. Dan Campbell said in an interview one time, wins are so hard to come by. You have to take advantage of them while you can. And then the Packers, not even that, the play calling in the red zone was so ass. I don't care what anybody says. LaFleur's job is on the line this season. If they don't make playoffs, he should be fired, in my opinion. That was the worst play calling I have ever seen in the red zone. Not only did the time expire, which if you watch it back, the time should have expired. I don't know that play clock guy took the tie because, man, he was really quick to hit that pause button. But the play back-to-back screens that did absolutely nothing. And then they call one a lousy play. And the clock's just running out. They're slowly getting flying. A Bear situation all over again. Matt Eberflus back at it, and they throw an end zone shot with 1 second left.
Oh, see, that is something we have to consider here. Is that Matt Eberflus is on that coaching staff?
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about that. Yeah. Are you done with your?
Yeah, I'm done. It was
I thought you were going to say the end zone shot is something we have to consider.
No.
All right. There's different levels to an end zone shot. That was
Also, Donnie, I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but going back, the Cowboys, I forgot the Cowboys defense coordinator, Matt Eberflus.
Yeah.
That's
why Colin said that.
Yeah, those Packers, they're not good at all. They just played Matt Eberflus on defense. Yeah, get Jordan Love MVP out of here.
They got to be decent.
Like Marshall said, it's one of, if I'm a Packers fan, all right, I'm sitting here as a Packers fan. One of two things is true here. Either A, Matt LaFleur is a fucking dumbass, and that game is one of the worst coach games of all time. Or B, Jordan Love is a fucking bum, and Matt LaFleur called it as if Jordan Love is a bum. They scored every possession in the second half, and you go screen, fucking awful pass to the end zone.
Especially considering Dobbs had such a crazy game.
First of all,
I don't know how you don't draw shit up for Dobbs specifically.
They were going down, and it was was calling the plays scared to give the ball back to the Cowboys with Matt Aubrey, how far he can kick. It's like they were scared to give them the ball back too early, which doesn't make sense because if you score a touchdown, the game's fucking over. So like none of it made sense. It's not like the Packers got it with no time. They got it with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left.
They shoot a ton of clock
in overtime. Yeah, but it's a 10-minute overtime. The Cowboys had it 5 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's not like the Packers had a minute to work with. Like they had it was as 50-50 as it's gonna get. And to just go screenplay, oh fuck, what are we doing? Throw it in the end zone. It's just there's no other way to go about it other than okay, Jordan Love's a guy and Matt Eberflus doesn't know what Matt LaFleur doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Or B, Matt LaFleur knows what he's doing, and Jordan Love just cannot be trusted. And even his own head coach just told everybody on national television against an awful defense that I don't trust my quarterback. They have to be true. One or the other has to be true. I don't know what the other take would be.
So I'm going to talk in regards to the play calling. So the first screen, it was a screen, try to get some extra yards. I can understand that. Okay.
Marshall didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, I guess not.
He said, fuck you, eat your screen. It cut off right in the middle of the fucking topic. It's tough timing for Marshall.
It really is.
Dallas just did the first screen and fuck apart.
Well,
Fucking neighbor knocked on my door at 9:00 at night.
You didn't show up with a shotgun or something?
You say Battle Creek, bro?
I know. Well, I was confused as who was knocking on her door. Ryan's got an older car, and when she gets out of her car, her lights stay on for quite a while, which is weird. But I've noticed it, but he apparently hasn't. And he was like, "Yeah, your lights are on." And so Ryan just basically told him that's what it is. So he's a nice guy. So when I saw it was him, I knew it was important, which it really wasn't. But sorry to interrupt, Dallas. Go ahead.
Okay, so starting at the play calling, the first play on first down, mind you, they're at the 16, the 18, 20 range.
16, I think.
That's where they ended off at the 16. Either way, they throw the screen pass. It is what it is. You try to pick up a couple of yards, maybe get out of bounds. That second screen pass that you guys are calling a screen pass was not a screen pass. It was a check down after Jordan Love looked left, looked middle, looked right. Oh, there's my check down. It wasn't a screen pass. So I understand your confusion because it was reading the defense really quick, but it wasn't a screen pass. Now, my theory,
throw though.
I thought they went screen pass, like got a first down, then went screen pass, and then the check down. Because I remember there being a check down, but I knew that wasn't a screen pass.
But that check down is what led to the clock running, and then the last second.
To be fair, I only said 2 screens because that's all I've seen. I remember the ending of the screen to the awful check down to the throw to the end zone.
Fuck you, Donnie.
What?
Get your grilled cheese later. Go fuck yourself. bro, text me. Go get your grilled cheese later.
Wow. So I could understand, like, was it the best check down? No, but I guarantee he was thinking that his running back or he was gonna get out of bounds.
But he should have just threw that bitch out of the end zone. That is the worst check down in that scenario I've ever seen. That's awful. You can't throw that as a quarterback.
And from what it looks like, at least this is just assumption, the reason they were so slow to get to the line, from what I assumed, they thought they were gonna just spike the ball and go for the field goal off rip. That's what it looked like. Whether that's the case or not, I have no idea. We'll never know, probably. But it looked like that's why they were so slow to the line. There was like no sense of urgency. I think they just thought they were going to go and clock it. Whoever's on the headset is like, no, let's try and get a playoff. Let's try to get a playoff. And then it resulted in a very bad play call.
would you agree then that falls on the foot of LaFleur?
Yeah. I'm going based off of it was bad coaching in that scenario. I think that has nothing to do with Jordan Love is a bum. I don't think that has anything to do with that. I say that check down wasn't the best check down? Yes. But I don't think that's anything on Jordan Love in that situation.
And I said that it was either Jordan Love's a bum or Matt LaFleur is a dumbass. To be fair, I don't think it's either one of those things individually. I think it's both. I think Jordan Love, throwing that check down is like a cardinal sin as a quarterback. You cannot throw that check down. It would be different if he threw that check down and there was nobody there, and it's you know what? He breaks a tackle against a DB. He maybe gets in. That I understand. But the dude was right there. That was an awful check down, and he wasn't close enough to getting out of bounds where it makes sense. So I think A, that's bad. B, he got tackled with 15 seconds. There was plenty of time to run another play. As a head coach in the
that's why I think Jordan Love just assumed there was no play.
Well, but then as a head coach in the NFL, wouldn't you should have it practice those scenarios. The fact that the fact that Jordan Love threw that check down, top tier bonehead decision to me. The second of not having a play call ready to go in a situation you can easily get one play off, I think is also a dumbass decision. I think it is Matt LaFleur is overrated as a head coach and Jordan Love is overrated as a quarterback, and those two things mesh together and almost cost them a game that they should have lost. So I think it's both, personally, but I'm a hater. Jordan Love sucks, but it is what it is.
You are a hater.
No, Jordan Love sucks.
Oh, no way we're going back to Jordan Love sucks now that he's back on the pod. No way. Roll the tape.
Wait, what? Yeah. But yes, yeah. Colin, thank you. Marshall, for people who don't know Marshall and just watch podcasts, Marshall's the most wishy-washy motherfucker when it comes to takes. If you agree with a take with him and then you leave, he will fold like a fucking lawn chair in the wind as soon as you leave the room because you're not there to listen to him.
Just
me and Marshall are top tier. Jordan Love fucking sucks.
Well, clearly not. Clearly he's not.
I take off one podcast and then this motherfucker, Jordan Love, actually, we hate on him, but he's not that bad. Marshall, whether you're here or not, I'm praising the fucking suctitude of Jordan Love. He fucking sucks. I don't care. And then also, while we're on this subject, Marshall, go fuck yourself. Spencer Rattler is my guy. How dare you try to stake a claim on Spencer Rattler while I'm not here?
Okay.
If you don't know, Marshall hates Spencer Rattler and hates on him every time I bring him up. But one time I'm not here. Actually, Spencer Rattler ain't that bad, but I wouldn't tell Donnie that. Fuck you. You suck.
To back myself up, I have said since he's been in the NFL, Jordan Love sucks. And I've always had him bottom 20, in the mid 20s, in that range.
You're spending way too much time talking about Jordan Love if he sucks.
But then you called him
because he doesn't suck. That's the thing.
So then I come back, and after he has, which like Dallas said, he's having a great season. I say, you know what? Maybe he isn't that bad. He is still bad in my opinion. When I say he sucks, I still stand by that because people in Discord and in real life have him in MVP conversation and have him top 10 quarterback, top 5 quarterback. I think that, so when I say he sucks, I'm saying, and I've said it since the beginning of the season, I think Jordan Love's probably the 16th or 15th best quarterback in the NFL. So it's still bad. That's an average quarterback, which is probably what he is.
From now on, two things. From now on, me and you can't agree on the Jordan Love thing because I don't think he's anywhere close to even the 16th best quarterback.
Plus, I still hate. Plus, I've mostly when I talk about Jordan Love, I say. Plus, when I talk about Jordan Love, I say I hate him. I do. He's like my least favorite quarterback in the NFL by far. I would never want Jordan Love on a team ever. I don't like him at all.
You have to say he's mid.
I think he's a bitch. I really do.
Also, you know what, Marshall? I will give you some credit. You can change your opinion after Jordan Love had a couple of good games. How could I forget he was coming off scoring 10 points against the Cleveland Browns and dropping in one of the most embarrassing losses of the year? Totally forgot. You know what? That is a good time to change your Jordan Love narrative.
And then
that's actually a really good point. That's the last sample that we had.
It's literally what last episode was based off.
First off, what I said was I said he played awful. I go, he really isn't that bad, but he played bad. That's exactly what I said. So I still said he's really bad. I just said he's not insanely bad, but that was pretty bad. And the Spencer Rattler thing, first off, I've never hated Spencer Rattler. I just don't think. And when I say, honestly, it was okay. I'm saying, okay, he was the 32nd best QB. Guess what? Top 30, bud. Like, okay. Not about the Spencer Rattler thing.
Even then, that's too. No.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, someone can't change their opinion in their entire life.
You can't hate on me for having the opinion and then share the same opinion. Fuck you. That's not allowed.
I didn't know opinions weren't allowed to change, guys.
All right. Are we done? Do we want to talk about Jets, Dolphins, or Bengals, Broncos at all?
I haven't got enough Spencer Rattler talk in this podcast.
All right, shut up. You can talk about him when we talk about the Giants. All right?
They did run a Philly special, which was unbelievable.
I didn't see that, but you imagine if Spencer Rattler would have fucking lost somebody, dude. Everybody would have. You
would have never shut up for the rest of your life.
He would have gotten up to 29 on my list.
Oh man. All right, can we move into next week?
Moving, if we're going to go into picks, I did want to state we have 4 bye weeks this week, first round of bye weeks. We have the Falcons, the Steelers, and then 2 NFC North opponents, the Bears and the Packers. I think this is huge for the Lions. I didn't realize how early the Packers and Bears bye week was. Obviously, we saw what a early bye week did to us last year, and after that bye week, our injuries skyrocketed, and it wasn't good. I mean, we still won games, but it didn't, in the end, obviously work out. So the Packers and Bears having bye weeks this early, it doesn't, and especially with how hard everyone's schedule is for that NFC North, that could be rough for them. Like, it could be really rough for them. Vikings also have a week 6 bye right after, so early bye weeks. The Lions go to week 8 for their bye week, which is the perfect spot for a bye week. So that could play a factor really late in the year. So I thought that'd be just something to state, obviously, when we get to the picks.
Yeah, for sure. All right, starting off with Thursday Night Football, 49ers at Rams. Give me the Rams by at least 2 scores.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Like I said, Matthew Stafford's playing at an MVP level right now. He's playing very good football. Him and Puka lead Stafford 5 yards behind Dak, almost lead the league at their respective positions. This team's just going to keep getting better. Nick Bosa out. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, Rams are only favored by a touchdown, which is kind of surprising with all the Niners injuries. I'm not gonna lie, I always re-up Prime Video whenever it's football season to watch Thursday Night Football. I haven't yet. I haven't gave a shit about any of the Thursday night games. I'm kind of sad I finally have to renew my Prime to be able to watch this game. But yeah, I think Stafford and the Rams should easily take care of this one. They are humming right now. I honestly can't believe the Niners are 3-1. Like, their schedule must be fucking patty cake easy. Like, that is crazy.
I think it's the easiest schedule in the season.
I knew it was easier. That's crazy. Like,
they beat Cardinals week 3. They played the Saints week 2.
And then Seahawks on the road.
Yep, Seahawks.
Well, I remember I have them in the playoffs solely because of their schedule. I think they are like a 7-win team. I think I put it 10 or 11 wins solely because of how easy the schedule is. Which, honestly, even with all the injuries, could still be true just because of how easy it is.
Yeah. All right, Vikings and Browns, Sunday, 9:30. Other international game, this one in London. Second straight international game for Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, no question here. I think the Vikings get back in the win column this week. I think this one is probably going to be low scoring because we've got Carson Wentz versus Dylan Gabriel and 2 pretty good defenses. But I think the Vikings are just the better team here. So give me the Vikings.
Yeah, I really think this is going to be a close game. I'm not going to be surprised if the Browns win. I am going to take the Vikings, however.
I think throwing Dylan Gabriel into the offense is going to change a lot of things with that team. We know how good the defense is in Wentz. He's been getting sacked quite a bit, so I think this is going to be it's going to be a big upset. I'm going to take the Browns here. I think that pass rush is going to be too much for the Vikings O-line. That defense is really good for the Browns, and I think Dylan Gabriel, we know he can scramble a bit. Obviously, the Vikings aren't going to really know exactly what to get themselves into, so I'm going Browns.
Yeah, it's only a field goal, 3.5 point favorite for Minnesota, which is kind of surprising. If Flacco was still the starter, I would say this is honestly kind of a coin flip. I'd lean Vikings, but it'd be possible. Dylan Gabriel against a Brian Flores defense to start out in London is, if you want to start him, that's fine. Start him next week. Don't start him against this defense. This defense is insane. makes everybody look bad. So I would not want to do that to my rookie first week out. That paired with the Vikings just staying in Europe and the Browns traveling over, I think that's a big advantage for the Vikings. So I'll take the Vikings pretty easily.
All right. Moving on to Sunday 1 o'clock games. We got Cowboys at Jets. Jets are 2.5-point underdogs in this game. And I think that's being very generous. I'm going to go Cowboys here.
God, I kind of feel bad for Aaron Glenn, man. 0-4 to start your head coaching career.
I mean, I saw it coming.
I mean, yeah, I think we all did, but this is in MetLife. So somebody's ACL is gonna get torn.
I don't know why that's funny, Colin. I saw it coming. Like, I bet if we go back and watch predictions,
I think I had him like 0-6
16-1 for the Jets.
Win.
That's true.
To be fair to Aaron Glenn, he's probably about the only good part of that team. That team sucks. Yeah. It ain't his fault.
Did you see the thing about how a bunch of the Jets beat writers were saying that they were waiting for the press conference to start and they could hear him yelling at his players in the locker room from the media room, which was like down the hall.
It did not, but honestly, dude, God bless Aaron Glenn. You guys were always harder on him than I was. Like, he's probably going to be out after this year, shit, maybe next year, depending on how it goes. But
I was going to say, no way this year.
Hey, when Shepard goes off to be a head coach, then we can bring him back, you know?
It's Woody Johnson's the owner, and he makes dog shit decisions all the time. He's probably blaming Aaron Glenn a little bit more than what.
To be fair, firing Robert Saleh definitely was the worst point that they ever did.
I mean,
yeah, that was a dumb choice.
Help.
I think the butt fumble is the lowest point they've ever made.
Okay, well.
I was gonna say I'm not a big Ryan Clark fan, but someone said that Aaron Glenn in an interview was like, "I'm tired of people saying this is the same old Jets," and then Ryan Clark was like, "Yeah, you're worse. You're worse than the same old Jets." I said, "Oh, did that man dirty." And with that being said, give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a closer game than we think. But yeah, I got
close game because that Cowboys defense is so bad.
Yeah.
If they had a defense with a pulse, it probably would be a Cowboys blowout, truthfully.
Agreed. But I'm still taking the Cowboys.
The main reason I don't really like the Jets is because I'm not a Justin Fields believer. I've been that way ever since he was in Chicago. Luckily for him, the Cowboys have a tendency to just leave every wide receiver wide open. Every single game, every receiver, there's somebody open. So as long as Justin Fields can hit the broadside of a barn, which is a 50-50, I think the Jets have a real good shot in this one.
Certified hater, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's just he's so like. I saw somebody comment on like a Jets post, and they were like, 1 to 2 plays a game, Justin Fields is going to do something that like almost no other quarterback on earth can do. But in that same game, he's going to give you 1 to 2 turnovers that no other quarterback would give you. So, that's really how it is too. Like, he has some of the craziest plays you'll ever see. He's like Lamar Jackson, but like every 10 plays, he just forgets what football is. Is basically like the best way to describe what Justin Fields is. But all that being said, and I doubt him, I think the Cowboys, like, this is a good spot for a letdown. I know it's coming off a tie, which is crazy to say, but I think they put so many eggs into last week's basket of beating Micah in his return back to Dallas that I think that paired with the Jets being due, like, I think if the Jets don't win this one, like, 0-17 might be on the board. I don't think they're quite that bad. But in MetLife against a Cowboys team that's iffy, I'm going to go with the Jets for this one.
All right. Giants at Saints. The Saints are actually favored in this game.
Granted,
it's only by 1.5, but
the
Saints are favored, which is insane to me after the win that the Giants just had and how bad the Saints look.
The Giants opened as a 2.5-point favorite, and it swung the other way.
Damn, so that means people are fucking hammering the Saints. That's insane.
What that usually means is like sharp bettors, really good, high profit bettors came in on the Saints, and that's
that's my point. That means people are hammering the Saints. That means I should probably listen to those bettors, but I'm not going to. Give me the Giants 2-0 with Jackson Dart as the starter.
Giants fans might throw a fucking parade.
If they come out and they roll the Saints in New Orleans, that might make next week's Thursday night game a little bit more interesting. I'm not going to lie.
Jackson Dart MVP will be on the board if he comes out and rolls against the Saints.
Shut up.
Giants fans will be claiming that.
I just think after such a high on your debut for Jackson Dart, you're going to come down a little bit. Give me the Saints.
I also agree. I think the Saints are due. And apparently, I'm not gonna speak on Spencer Rattler because I'm not allowed to talk good about him. So I'll go. I like Alvin Kamara. He's good. I'm gonna go with Saints. I think they're due.
Man, this one's real tough for me. I think for a combined 1-7 record through this part of the season, I think this is actually going to be a good game.
Like I think televised.
Yeah, maybe fucking nowhere. Maybe ESPN 8. Like they're not going to put this game on any.
What 1 o'clock game is going to be televised for us Detroit fans? There's going to be 2 games televised.
That's a good point because none of these are any local.
Indy
teams.
Probably will be one of them.
Maybe Indy and maybe It might be Giants, honestly.
That'd be awesome.
Did the Cowboys play at 1? It might be the Cowboys.
They do, yeah.
It might be the Cowboys, yeah.
It'll probably be the Cowboys, and then they'll probably throw on
Indy, Las Vegas, probably.
Or no, since he plays us for now.
Hopefully, Eagles Broncos.
That would be cool. But no, like I said, I think this is gonna be a good game. I'll be excited to see how both quarterbacks play. I like Jackson Dart. I think I want him to be good just because his name is cool. Like, he has a good quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he has a good quarterback name. Like Jackson Dart. If you were like casting a quarterback in a movie, like that would be the name, Jackson Dart. Like, it's just a cool name. And Giants fans need something to cheer for. Fucking God bless them. Holy shit, they need some good news. But I think Spencer Rattler. I think he's 0-9 now as games as a starter, and he's fucking due, guys. 0-9, I understand. 0-10 ain't happening.
If he goes 0-10, just know that week there's some trivia. I've been saving it for when he goes 0-10.
Spencer Rattler. All right, hey, Spencer, if you're watching right now,
I'm scrolling week to week. If he doesn't get it this week, it's gonna be a long time.
No.
Might not come until November against the Panthers, bro.
Well, the problem is if he doesn't get it this week, we're a couple weeks away from a rookie quarterback starting. Even though it's not Spencer's fault, they will definitely just bench him just to see what the rookie does if they get to like 0-8. So, yeah, Spencer, a lot on the line this week. You're the best quarterback in this game. Go in and be a dog.
Is he?
Give me the Saints. Yes, he is a dog.
Right.
He looked good.
Raiders at Colts. I know Colts had a tough loss, but they had a tough loss against a really good Rams team in LA.
Who'd you take, Donnie?
He went
Saints.
Okay.
Which I think means I picked the Saints 4 out of 5 weeks, which is not a good look for me and probably is why I'm last in picks. But
Raiders.
Saints fan, man.
I'm due.
We've moved on. Please stop talking about Spencer Rattler and the Saints.
Well, I'm the one that asked about.
Raiders at Colts. Like I said, Colts had a tough loss, but it was against a really good Rams team in LA. Raiders had a really tough loss at home against depending on who you ask, pretty mid Bears team. So I think the Colts are going to bounce back at home. I don't see them losing this game. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
They're 6.5 point favorites at home.
Real quick, I did figure out for us Michigan fans, obviously the line's 24-25. The televised games are the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets, and the Eagles and Broncos game.
Oh yeah.
So those are some pretty decent games to be able to watch once the Lions game comes out at 4:25. Raiders had a tough loss against Chicago. I don't know. Genti looked great. He went back to his old stance and he went off. I mean, I know it's the Bears defense, but he played pretty damn good. I'm gonna take my second upset. I'm going with the Raiders in a good game.
It did not bode well for you last week, so prayers up to the Raiders fans and Pete Carroll.
As soon as we started talking about this game, if everybody went Colts, I was going to go Raiders. I just have a sneaky feeling that the Colts might not come all the way back down to earth, but like once you kind of get that first loss, I feel like teams that usually pan out being bad don't really get back to winning immediately.
Yeah.
The Raiders, it's tough because like the Colts defense isn't that bad, and the Raiders need to score a lot to win because their defense is bad. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a coin flip. I definitely think the Raiders cover. I think it stays within a touchdown.
I can see that. That's a respectable take.
It's just Geno's turned the ball over so much lately.
Mm-hmm.
He looked ass.
And that's like my number one. Like
I can't believe people are saying that he's good.
He's better than what he's been playing. I cannot believe the turnovers. Other
He
than
got
the turnovers, he's playing great. So just take that as what you will.
I saw Raiders fans say that he has a disability where he's blind in both eyes.
I mean, that is possible. I'm not ruling it out.
So he's just blind.
That's what happened with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, and then look what happened.
Got
with
LASIK
Jameis.
surgery.
Look at Jameis once he got his eye fixed. He's now the backup for the New York Giants. So he's doing
He's the backup's backup.
I was gonna say he's third string.
Yeah, but
He might be starting in Cincinnati here soon.
Cincinnati does need to call about Jameis Winston.
It can't get worse, all right? It can't get worse.
Imagine if we got a
At
notification.
least your offense will be fun to watch because he's going to do something insanely stupid and it's going to go for like a 70-yard touchdown.
Never call Jameis Winston stupid again, Colin.
I'm not going to lie. If
he does insanely stupid things and they just work out in his benefit somehow. Like, I don't understand it.
I'm not going to lie. If I got a push notification right now that said the Bengals are trading for Jameis Winston and he's starting.
You'd be a little scared for Sunday.
I would be scared. I'd be like, all right. It goes from 0% the Bengals win to now it's like 25%.
Against our secondary, he might throw for 700
I think if
yards.
we obliterate them with the way that our secondary is playing, especially now that they're banged up, if we come out and the Bengals look flat again on offense and can't put up any points against us, they're making a call to somebody.
Fuck points, yards. They couldn't get yards. They couldn't get yards, let alone points.
No, to get back to the yard.
Fair point. Fair point.
Get back to this. Like I said, I was gonna go with the Raiders if none of you guys picked it. Just kind of lone wolf them. But with Marshall picking them, the Colts in theory should not lose this game. So I'm gonna go with the Colts, and I'm gonna put off the Danny Dimes turning into dog shit.
Dome.
He's gonna turn back to Danny Dimes at some point. I'm hoping it's not this one. Give me one more.
All right. Dolphins at Panthers. I'm going to go Dolphins here. Yeah.
This is a game.
This is a game.
Oh, my God.
Hey, at least it's not one of their 8 primetime games they have this year.
What? The schedule maker shit. This is awful.
Yeah. Dolphins at Panthers. I'm going to go Dolphins here. Not really. Doesn't really need much explanation. I do think the Dolphins are a little bit better than their record. At 1-3, I'm happy for them that they finally got in the win column, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Panthers are buns. Give me the Dolphins.
Fuck, both of them are buns.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins. Chuba Hubbard is hot ass.
Okay. That's the only good player on
Straight doo-doo ass.
Chuba Hubbard is legit.
Straight swamp ass.
Chuba Hubbard and then
straight butt cheeks.
All right. Okay, don't understand what's going on here, but okay. God, this is fucking dog shit. Can I fucking pick a tie? This game might end. This game might,
if you want to, go for it.
This game might end 3-3. Like, this is legit. This is an awful game. This is terrible. I cannot believe.
I hope this is the best game of the week.
Ow. Dude, there's no way. This game might not.
Pick a team. It's the Dolphins.
I don't know. I don't know which one to pick. They both fucking suck.
Then go with the home team.
But the home team is the Panthers.
So go Dolphins.
But they're the Dolphins.
But they're the Dolphins.
God.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'm gonna pick
1. Pick. He went Panthers.
Panthers.
Lock it in.
Oh, no.
No, he locked it in Panthers.
Oh, Dolphins.
Nope.
God,
damn it. I call, Dolphins. When we review it next week, it'll be the Dolphins.
I don't review it. I write it down.
Broncos at Eagles. I think this one has the capability of being a pretty good game. It's going to be probably a defensive battle, I would say. Eagles offense hasn't looked great. Broncos offense hasn't looked as good as we thought it would be. I mean, I'm gonna go Eagles just because it's at home. If this was in Denver, I'd give Denver a little bit more of a shot, but I'm gonna go Eagles here.
This is my upset of the week. Give me the Broncos. I feel like the Eagles are due for a loss.
I thought about it.
I just feel like they're due for a loss.
No, my Giants agenda is coming together, and their loss is going to happen next week in prime time. Jackson Dart 3-0 campaign. Let's go.
God damn, Colin.
It'd be a shame if they lose to the Saints this week and it all falls apart.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I like the upset pick, but I'm still going Eagles. Just because if it was in Denver, I would pick Denver, but since it's in Philly, I'm going Philly.
Yeah, like Marshall said, if it was in Denver, I'd give them more of a shot. The Eagles actually opened as 5.5-point favorites, and it's now down to only 3.5, which means people are betting the Broncos, which is kind of surprising. I'm not gonna lie, but I think the Eagles still get it done. They're at home. They look good. The Broncos haven't looked what we thought they were. But I will add to this. I think after this week, I think Pat Surtain is going to be matched up against A.J. Brown, and I think he's going to lock him down all game. I think A.J. Brown might end another 1 catch on 3 targets for 10 yards type of game, and then it's going to get real loud with A.J. Brown, especially if this is like a field goal game or God forbid they lose. Like, A.J. Brown might come out and just fucking beat the shit out of Nick Sirianni during the presser. Like, it's going to get loud in Philly if A.J. doesn't get involved in this game.
All right, Texans at Ravens. With how banged up the Ravens are, I think the Texans have a real shot at this. They're actually favored. I'm looking at the odds right now. They're favored barely. They're favored in Baltimore. 1.5 point favorites in Baltimore.
As of right now, during this recording, Lamar Jackson, his hamstring is still unclear. We don't know.
Are you seriously about to go against Cooper Rush?
I know, Lansing legend, Lansing Catholic football legend Cooper Rush.
Bring out the bobblehead. Where's the bobblehead at?
He's got
the fact it's within arm's reach. This is people.
It's on my desk. What do you want me to do about it, bro?
Put that bitch away. Put it away.
No.
No.
To be fair, it's covered up by my Amon-Ra jersey card.
Throw it away.
But
put it back in the box.
That's how I'm propping up the Amon-Ra card. But yeah, no, I am in fact going to be going against Lansing Catholic legend Cooper Rush here and taking the Texans to win this one.
So as of right now, Lamar listed as doubtful, Roquan doubtful, Van Noy questionable. Ravens got a lot of injuries right now, but I think they're still one of the best rosters in the league. Even without Lamar, I think Derrick Henry is going to be enough to get through this Texans team who've just been terrible this season. Give me the Ravens. Cooper Rush legacy game.
Yeah, even though if Lamar doesn't play, the Texans can't get anything going on offense against a real defense. Derrick Henry might go for 200 yards. I think since it's at home too, I'm going Baltimore. Honestly, I think it's a 7-point, 10-point win.
Yeah, this game has moved a lot in terms of betting. The Ravens opened up as 3.5 point favorites. They are now 1.5 point dogs. That is almost a touchdown worth of movement. That is a lot. Especially when it's the Ravens. Like, I know they're 1-3, but damn, like that's tough. But with Lamar being out, if Lamar gets ruled out instead of just doubtful, like that line might move a full field goal towards the Texans. Like that's just crazy to think a 1-3 Texans team that does not have an offense being favored like that against the Ravens when the Ravens are out. But honestly, I feel like Lamar's going to play. I don't really know why. I'm going to bet on I'm going into this thinking that he's going to play. And the Texans just can't score. Like, I know the Ravens defense is bad, but the Texans are just fucking awful on offense. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. Even if Cooper Rush plays, I'm not real happy about it. But I think that they might get to 10 points with him as the starting quarterback, and that might be enough to beat the Texans, honestly. So give me the Ravens.
All right. Titans at Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals.
Man.
If I'm keeping it a buck, we ask.
The Titans are due.
Quote.
The Titans
the
are
Cardinals
due,
are more than a touchdown favorite.
Yeah, they're
at home. They're at home.
Yeah, but they're the Cardinals too. So
I think Kyler Murray still looks ass. Give me the Cardinals. I just want to put that out there.
Kyler Murray's still a top 14 quarterback in the NFL.
Not a fucking chance.
Still a top 14 quarterback.
Maybe 20.
I also think Jordan Love is top 16. So let's keep it all in.
Jordan Love you think Spencer Rattler's top 20? Jordan Love is not better than Kyler.
He 1,000% is, but we can move
on. I'm going the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Texans. Fuck off, Kyle. The Texans are super due. The Titans are super due. They're gonna win one at one point, but I just think the Cardinals' offense is okay enough to score. Again, 10, 13 points, and I think that's enough to beat the Titans by double digits. I don't think the Titans win a game until Callahan gets canned, which hopefully for them is any week now, but I will go with the Cardinals.
All right. Bucks at Seahawks. Tough loss for the Buccaneers. They started to come back against the Eagles, couldn't get it done late in the game. Even without Mike Evans, which is interesting. It looks like he's still going to be out this week, more than likely.
He's probably going to miss about a month.
Yeah, so not great, but I think the way they looked last week when they kind of figured things out in the second half, I know Philly was kind of up big at that point, but they've got the pieces still, and I think they kind of figured that out last week. So give me the Bucks getting the road win.
Yep, I'm also riding with the Bucks. You know, Baker MVP still on the table. Bucks #1 seed still on the table. We're riding with the Bucks.
I hope you bet on that with how much you talk about it.
Maybe
If you didn't
I
put
did.
any money on that, I'm upset with you.
Bro, talk like a parent. I'll be upset with you. Oh,
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I am. I'm disappointed. I don't know. This is tough. It's in Seattle. It makes me want to favor Seattle. What's the line, Donnie?
3.5.
Seattle is
Seattle.
Yeah,
by
3.
3.5.
Favored by 3.5?
It's
Mhm.
3 on FanDuel. I'm just saying.
You guys pick Tampa. I'm gonna go Seattle.
Sorry, Colin. Are you the one putting out the betting lines, or is it me? Because I'm getting mistaken here. I've said every fucking line, and you just dropped.
I've been going first. I've been saying a lot of them. I haven't said every single one, but
I'm going Seattle.
I don't think you've actually said a single one. But okay.
I have.
I'm going
actually.
Seattle.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. I wish I would have been on last week because I was pretty confident about the Eagles pick against the Bucks, only because of how beat up the Bucks are. I think if they're fully healthy, I think they probably beat the Eagles, even though I believe it was in Philly. So I believe in the Bucks team a lot, kind of like Dallas does. I think Seattle, I don't know what is going on with Seattle. I haven't watched them at all. Like, there's no way they're this good. They're not good. They can't be. They have Sam Darnold as a quarterback. And just the defense isn't, there's no way. I think Baker could go out there with us four as starting alignment and get this game done. Baker's going to hand Seattle their second half of the season.
All right. A couple weeks ago, I would have been really excited for this one. Now Joe Burrow's out, and all of the fun of this game has depleted. We are no longer going to Cincinnati for this game either. We canceled the trip.
You weren't even going to the game. You were just
Well, we were
going
to try and score like last minute tickets.
I'm not
but-
going to go. Well, now they're going to be cheap, Colin. So go ahead.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Lions are favored by 10.5 on the road, which is insane.
Holy shit.
That's wild.
And the crazy part is I am very confident that they are going to cover that spread. Give me the Lions by a lot.
Yeah, this is no brainer. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, the Bengals are in a deep, dark place right now. It's not good for them. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, that spread being 10.5 is crazy. What's crazy is I might alt that bitch to 20.5. Yeah, the Lions are going to roll. I'm expecting David Montgomery to have a game against that Bengals D-line.
Yeah. Last 425 game, Commanders at Chargers. I think Chargers bounced back from that Giants L. I don't know what the hell was going on with them last week, but yeah, give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Jane Daniels. What's his return date, or like what's up with him?
Missed 2 weeks. Same thing with Scary Terry. Scary Terry's also been out. I think the last week was the first week.
Yeah, I think the Chargers bounce back. This is going to be the first week I bench Lad McConkey in my fantasy league, so expect him to go for 80 yards this game. But yeah, give me the Chargers.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
He's been averaging 10, so.
They're 2 starters on offense out. It's in Los Angeles. I'm going with the Chargers.
We're supposed to get an update on Daniels tomorrow because, of course.
I don't think it matters.
He's questionable right now. I think he hurt his hip, so like.
It says knee on ESPN.
Maybe
his hip and knee. Wild.
Oh, sweet, awesome. That's double good for him. Anyway, man, it is a tough one. I'm gonna bet on the Chargers solely because that Commander flying all the way cross country with Mariota, who played good in his first game, subbing in for Jane Daniels, did not look that good against us last week against a not good Falcons team. Yeah, I think the Chargers will kind of commit more to the run game. Hopefully, come out with a pretty easy win.
All right, Patriots at Bills. Give me the Bills.
I think this is going to be a crazy close game. I think it's really going to come down to the last drive. I think the Patriots are going to cover that 7.5 spread, but I'm going to have the Bills with a Matt Prater field goal to win it.
Man.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game too. I just think in Buffalo, if it was in New England, honestly, this would be my upset, and even I would say New England, but Bills Mafia, man, they're something else. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I also think it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm kind of surprised this is Sunday Night Football, given that the Bills have just beat the shit out of the Patriots the last handful of years. But honestly, I haven't really picked a big upset, so this will be my big upset. I think the Bills have kind of been coasting. I don't think they've really looked great any week so far this year. I mean, they beat the Jets pretty handedly, but that was also when Justin Fields got knocked out. So, could Fields have made that a closer game? They went toe-to-toe with a great quarterback, albeit in Spencer Rattler last week. So, I understand why that one was closer.
Can we just cancel the game and have Josh Allen and Mike Vrabel run Oklahoma drills against each other?
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, but honestly, even it being in Buffalo kind of scares me, but the Bills aren't going to go undefeated. They're 4-0. Like I said, I don't think they've looked that well. Patriots coming off a huge win. Drake May has sneakily played
Say the line. Ball. Just wrap it up. Say the line.
And I wasn't even going to say it, but thank you, Colin, for reminding me. You're never going to count out Mike Vrabel. So give me the Patriots going into ball. Hit the big one. This is Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
What the fuck, guys?
What's wrong with this game?
I think
Jags are 3-1.
Nick Wright requested this game. This is a Nick Wright game right here. He wanted
Nick Wright fucking.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Jags are 3-1, but I don't think they're a good 3-1. I think luck has just kind of been on their side with scheduling and things like that. So yeah, Chiefs getting the dub on the road here.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to go on a little bit of a run here, so give me the Chiefs.
Everyone dogged on me for being a little high on the Jags at the beginning of the season, and they're 3-1. I still think they'll finish right around where I predicted, right around 9-8, 10-7. But I think the Chiefs are going to have a little bit of, like Dallas said, a little bit of a run here, and they're going to get a rally off a couple wins. I think this will end with a Harrison Butker game-winning field goal, and I think the Chiefs take it.
Yeah, I'm glad this is Monday Night Football because I think this is going to be over about halftime. I think the Chiefs got their mojo back in the second half of that Giants game and then beat the shit out of the Ravens, which right now aren't a good team, so maybe it's just that. But I'm going to chalk it up more to the Chiefs kind of getting their mojo back with Xavier Worthy and everybody coming back from injury. They're on the precipice of Rashid Rice coming off the suspension, so I think vibes are high in KC. They went from dead in the water, no shot they win the division, to now just a game back after the Chargers dropped to the Giants. Yeah, I think it's right there for them. I don't think the Jags are that good. I don't know how they have 3 wins. In Jacksonville's kind of tough, but I see KC going and winning pretty handily.
Oh, I'm back. We're good.
Welcome back to Earth, Colin.
Yeah, I was going to say everything froze for a second. I was like, oh no, now I have the shitternet. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, we're good.
All right, well, that was picks, right, Colin? That's your line, but...
And that's picks. Good job.
Colin, say your line.
Do I need to?
Yeah.
And that's picks. Dallas, roll us into trivia.
Thank you. Jesus. Act like you've done this before, Colin. Jesus. So it's not really trivia. It's just kind of a little fun thing that we can do. I gathered 10 NFL nicknames of current NFL players, and I want each player to get their own grade based off of the nickname. So right. I'm going to give you the player's nickname. You tell me on a grading scale, A, B, C, D, F, wherever it is, and you guys give me that grading. All right.
Are there any nicknames we're not going to know? Should you give us the nickname? And
all of these, I've assumed you've all heard.
Okay.
Is the milk name in there?
No, he's not. Starting off with Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
F.
An F. Okay. Explain.
I don't think that's more of a nickname. I think that's actually a title. He was Mr. Irrelevant. I don't really consider that a nickname per se. He was Mr. Irrelevant. If he was known from college, sure, but I don't consider that a nickname per se. I think he was just drafted as Mr. Irrelevant, so I don't consider it a nickname.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Marshall. That's like calling Devonta Smith the Heisman just because he won a Heisman trophy. No, it's more so it would be cooler if there wasn't a Mr. Irrelevant every single year. So yeah. That gets yeah, like an F minus.
In fairness, when was the last Mr. Irrelevant that actually like did something?
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but that's not like there's a Mr. Irrelevant every year. Given we only celebrate him for a day or two when he never makes a roster. So like it's cool that he's a good Mr. Irrelevant.
Shit, he's
like,
about to go back to Irrelevant. He played like ass. They're about to put Mike Jones back in.
It's hard to be like he can never stake a claim on that kind of a nickname because it's like, okay, you're Mr. Irrelevant, and then every year, oh, Mr. Irrelevant, and like if you only know Mr. Irrelevant because of Brock Purdy, when you be like, well, wait, why is he Mr. Irrelevant? Then you hear the story and you're like, oh,
yeah, that's an
Brock
F.
Purdy isn't Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, I think that's a valid thought. I'll give it an F too.
All right, Max Crosby, Mad Max.
I don't know what else is on this list, so it's hard to say. That's a C or a B for me.
See, I'll give that one an A.
I'd say B.
I'm like B minus to an A. I think it works solely because like it fits his play style. Like he's so relentless that like it makes sense. Like there's a lot of nicknames where it just sounds good, but it doesn't actually fit the person.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll
give that like a B. I'll give that like a B plus an A. That's pretty good.
What do you think, Colin?
I think a B plus is fair. I don't think he's got like the crazy personality per se to like justify being like Mad Max, you know. I guess it fits.
So Donnie said A, me and Colin said B. We'll just throw it.
I mean, it sounds cool and everything, but yeah.
I think it works with his play style. Like he's such a high motor guy that like he never gives up. So like
yeah.
Plus he talks a lot of shit.
I think it could go up to A. I just need to see what else is on this list. I don't want to throw everything in A.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Next up, Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes.
I think in an ironic way, I love this nickname because it doesn't fit him. It fits him this year a little bit, but because he's been so ass,
Danny Dimes.
I think it's hilarious to call him Danny Dimes. I'd give it probably a B. I mean, on the surface, it's a pretty good nickname. Not considering whether or not it actually fits him, I think it works. I think it's a good nickname.
This might be the only nickname in the league where like how cool it is depends on how somebody's playing. Like when he's like the first month of this season with him balling out, it's like one of the better nicknames. Like Danny Dimes and he's actually playing well. You're like, fuck yeah. When he's playing ass, like it's like, yeah, that's an awful nickname. Like
I'd say C.
Right now he's playing pretty well, so I'll give it a B, B plus. When he's playing bad, it is definitely like a D though. Like it is.
I'm leaning towards B.
So ask us again in a month. This is going to be a different answer, but right now I'll give it a.
We should revisit these at the end of the season.
Right now I'll give it a B plus.
All right. Next up, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God.
A.
That's an A.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I'll give it an A. I think most people wouldn't give that an A though, because I think a lot of people are dumbasses and don't know that Amon-Ra is the sun god. So like I think that might knock it down a little bit, but like for us with a brain, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Derrick Henry as King Henry.
I'm gonna have to say B just because when someone would walk up to me and goes, "Hey, did you see King?" I'm thinking LeBron James, man. So I'm gonna have to say he's tier 2 to the King names. So give it a B.
I'd also go B. Like it's not a bad nickname. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in love with it, you know.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. But to Marshall's point, when I hear the King, he's the third King I think of. I think of LeBron James. I think of Strip Weathers. So I gotta put. Yeah, that's
I was gonna go like Elvis Presley or something.
Oh,
like that.
I was gonna go Jerry the King Lawler, but hey.
Oh fuck! Never mind. He's like the fourth best King.
I'm even worse. Bump it down to a C.
Yeah, damn, that took it from an A to a B. Yeah, that's good. I'll give that one a B.
Next up, Ahmad Gardner, Sauce. Sauce Gardner.
Marshall, that's your guy.
I think the fact that people call him Sauce,
like I was gonna say, people just refer to him.
It's almost
as
his freaking name. Yeah,
I think people think that's his actual name.
Yeah, literally.
So like, I don't know.
I'd say it's a C. It's a C probably.
Does anybody know why he's called Sauce? Like, is there any reason, or is it just like a childhood nickname?
It was like a high school name he was given by a coach, I think.
I mean, okay.
Or it's just a really big barbecue sauce guy, actually.
I mean, without knowing the backstory, I'm gonna give it like a C minus. If it has like a cool backstory, I'll bump it up. But like, I don't know. It's not like it's okay, but like it feels like a nickname you would give yourself. You know what I mean? Like it just gives me that vibe. So I'm like a C minus.
So I just looked it up. It says Sauce Gardner got his nickname from his youth football coach, Cortez Harris, also known as Coach Tez. When Gardner was 6 years old playing for the East Side Bengals, Harris initially gave Gardner the nickname A1 because, but then expanded it to A1 Sauce Sweet Feet Gardner after witnessing the young running back's saucy juke moves.
Jesus Christ.
That might make it
that.
That's not.
I'm gonna dump it down to like a D.
Oh, D. I'm thinking easily.
I'll give it a D plus. That's not good. That's not a good A1. A1 might be cooler. Especially
I'd say A1 would be better. Like, what are we doing?
Odd, that would actually be sweet.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Then he wears number 1. Oh my god, he missed that.
Blame Coach Tez, man. Next up.
This is not gonna work though. Give me A1 sweet feet. God.
Next up we got Darius Big Play Slay.
I mean,
I feel like we're a little biased here.
Yeah. Considering that nickname started in Detroit.
Outside of Detroit, it gets like a C plus. When
Yeah.
he was here,
when he was a Lion, that was an A plus nickname.
When he was
there
in
is a
Detroit,
signed football by Darius Slay right there. I gotta go A.
I'm not when he's on it, like when he was in Detroit in his prime, it was absolutely an A. Now it's probably like a B, but he was Big Play Slay. Not so much.
I hope Jalen the Goat Ramsey's in here.
That's an F.
Next up, we have Josh Allen, the Winter Soldier.
I've never heard anyone refer to him as the Winter Soldier.
Who the fuck called him that?
That's an F.
He got that nickname after that snow game where he caught his own pass.
That's an F. That's
No,
an F.
F.
That's
That's an
a-
F. Rams. That
You guys
fucking
are
sucks.
The Winter
F.
Soldier's a fire ass nickname.
It is a
does go
fire ass
crazy,
name if there was a
but
cool backstory.
Out of principle, I gotta vote against
because
it.
in the he had
I've
one
never
of
heard you
his
call that.
MVP
It's all
game
about-
in the
Yeah, but
snow.
he's not referred to that ever. Never in a game. Like it's never.
Look it up. It's his nickname.
No.
Like it's. I
if
get
I look
it.
up, let me look up the Winter Soldier right now and see what comes up. I bet you it's just Marvel shit. Like
Well, duh. Marvel's a multi-billion-dollar
No,
corporation.
it'd be cool if Bucky Irving played in Buffalo in snow games. He would be called the Winter Soldier. Like that would be. Sweet.
That would work better. I would like that.
That would be. That would actually
Literally
be
on Pro Football Reference, it says his nicknames are General, JA-17, or the Winter Soldier. Like that.
Yeah, and all 3 of those are ass nicknames that I've never heard him called.
Yeah,
so
it's an F. It's an F.
I've
It's
seen
an-
the Winter Soldier.
it's an F.
I've
that
seen
is
it.
the easiest F.
It's
That is
an
an
F.
awful.
It's a bad.
No
It's an
way.
F.
Y'all
I
just
get
don't
it.
see the
It's cool.
vision.
I get it. It's cool. He plays in Buffalo. He plays in the snow a lot. I get it, but like, no, like it doesn't work.
It's an F.
You guys don't see the vision, unfortunately.
I don't see it at all. I've never seen him get called that.
Guys don't pay attention. Next up, one of the greatest nicknames of all time, Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited.
See, it's back to Donnie's thing. It's like in his prime, this is an A, but right now it's below an F. It's a G. Like, bro, he's Mr. on the bench.
Mr.
Yeah.
Limited
That's not-
right now.
That's
Are
not
we
even-
basing it off
Honestly,
now?
even when he was good, I feel like that kind of sucks. I'm gonna give that like a D.
No, I'm not. Guys, what you're not thinking about is it works now better than ever. Fucking every time he's going to get Gatorade, it's fucking unlimited refills. So like,
For that, I'm giving it an F.
no,
Nah, it's
that's not
not
even. That's not even
I-
his best nickname. Danger Russ was better than
Mm.
Mr. Unlimited.
I'm gonna go D. It's not as bad as the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'll give that a D plus. Just because the video's funny. Mr. Unlimited. Fucking Russ.
When Russ was in Denver, that was my boy. I was hitting every quote that man had.
It's a long tenure.
This one here is kind of a cheat. I said 10 players. It's a combination. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles.
I might get hate for this. It's like a B for me.
Fuck you, Colin.
I think it fits, but I just hate it. I think it's stupid.
I think it's an A.
It gets overplayed a lot. Like
It does. I think that's what's ruined it for me. Is like
people talk about it too much.
I think people leaned way too like when like Sega sent like Sonic and Knuckles like mascots to the Lions game for their
That's
free
fire.
game entrance.
That's fire.
I was like, we're overdoing it.
That
Like
was
this was
fire.
funny
That
for like
was
a week.
honestly, I thought that was fire.
I'm actually the opposite. I think that's cool. I think it being brought up every single broadcast during every single game.
I think
But,
Sonic
like,
and Knuckles is up there with
people
like I think Sonic and Knuckles is up there with like Waymo, man. I think it's just I wanted to see Donna's reaction to saying Waymo.
That is, I take it back. The Winter Soldier is an A compared to Waymo. Waymo is the worst fucking nickname. It makes don't give me.
All right, Sonic and Knuckles is an A. Sonic and Knuckles is an A.
Sonic and Knuckles, though it is overused and overplayed by everybody in the media, I would still give that an A. That's still a pretty good.
All right, and then the bonus round, it's not a player, it's Dan Campbell as MCDC.
Fucking love it.
Yeah,
I do like MCDC.
That's an S.
That's an A++. That's top tier.
Why was Debo not on here?
What?
I saw it and
Debo? What do you mean Debo?
Debo Samuel. Debo's not Debo's a nickname.
Debo's not his name.
What the
Debo's his
fuck?
nickname.
like Debo from Friday. Like that's where he's a nickname.
No, I'm saying, what's Debo's real name?
Oh, what's Debo's real name?
Yeah, but you could,
Tyshawn Raekwon Samuel Sr.
yeah, but you could do that with everybody. You could do that with T.Y. Hilton.
Tyweek.
T.Y. Hilton. You could do that with
You could do
T.Y.
that-
Hilton. T.Y. Hilton's T.Y.'s
You
not a
could do that-
nickname. It's just a name.
You could do that with Julio Jones. You could do that with Matthew Stafford. Like, almost no player.
Yeah, no, you definitely. If Debo were on there, it'd be an F.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, it is a nickname. Like,
I would say for it to be a good nickname, like of a good grade, it would have to be a nickname that everybody knows is a nickname.
Yeah,
Like Sauce was down.
Debo would be an F.
Sauce was down there for me mainly because like a lot of people only know him as Sauce Gardner and they don't know his real name's Ahmad. So
I mean,
that, in my mind, it knocks it down.
I feel like that makes the nickname better because if you get referred to as your nickname more than your actual name, it's a goated nickname. Like nobody calls Magic Johnson Irvin Johnson.
Yeah.
By the way, I just scrolled through Josh
I
Allen's
get
whole entire
that.
page. Did not see the Winter Soldier once.
I get that. I get that.
On Pro Football Focus or reference.
Well, I'm just doing.
Yeah, but if you look at Pro Football reference pages for like everybody, there's like 100 nicknames you would never ever hear. Basically, if they've ever been called it by anybody on any part of the internet, they throw that bitch up there as part of their nickname.
I thought this was going to be an all-time list. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I said
but
current players.
I didn't hear you say that.
You fucking listen next time, Jesus.
If you did all-time players, we'd be here for the next hour because there's a lot.
I'm not
There's
gonna
that-
lie. There was a couple that I think that could have gone A that you did not say. I think Cheetah. I think that's an A. I think Tyreek Hill Cheetah is definitely an A. This one's probably not an A. It's probably like a C or D. I thought you were gonna say Quadzilla. I thought that one would have been pretty cool.
Okay.
Get off of Madden.
That
Madden.
Quadzilla is.
You're throwing out the Madden.
Okay,
card.
first off, Quadzilla. Okay, yeah, that one I can
Throw in the
understand.
Scottish Hammer.
I hope
on
you're
your
not
Madden.
saying Cheetah is a Madden nickname. He's always been known as Cheetah.
I know.
That
I'm
one-
just.
that
saying,
one's a-
I went with. First of all, I tripled down on fucking Lions players.
You said the
here.
winter sucking soldier. Like that one was ass.
Winter sucking soldiers.
It does not. It's not ass. I'm
That's
sorry.
ass. That's
It's
an
not
ass nickname. That's an ass nickname.
If you don't think that's cool, you're not cool. That's
Yeah,
just,
I don't think it's cool at all. That's an ass nickname.
Hold on. No, the problem is the nickname is cool. The problem is nobody has ever called him that except for maybe one broadcast that Dallas was talking. If he was like known as that, that would be a top tier
Yes,
nickname.
agree. But he's
I'm
just not
saying
known as
no.
that. He's not known as
Yes,
that.
yes, but you said the nickname sucks. I don't think the nickname sucks. I think he's just not known as that.
The one
So-
I were hoping you were gonna say, and I was gonna put it A just for the memes, is famous Jameis Winston. just for the memes.
he's
Just
got to
be-
play a game before I can bring him
Hey,
into a
it's-
conversation.
It's Jameis Winston, man. He's the goat.
I'm trying to think of any other big time nicknames we skipped over.
The Cheetah was one I was like fully expecting. Like I was like, yeah, he's gonna be an A. But man.
I don't even
You
think
don't
that's an A.
Cheetah? What? You're crazy.
Cheetah's pretty good.
Cheetah's
It's
I don't know
good.
about
I
it.
don't-
I don't know about it, but it's good.
Cheetah is an A. Without a doubt. He's been known Cheetah ever since he came to the NFL. Unlike the Winter Soldier.
A.
I can't think of any other good ones. Could have said Stat Padford.
That is
Yeah.
true.
A
Wrap
plus.
up the joke.
that pad for
Wrap this bitch up before I crash the fuck out. I'm
Mr.
sick.
Never got an MVP vote.
Is that it for trivia, Dallas?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. All right, Donnie, don't leave. I have
You mute me again, mother.
Donnie, don't leave. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Fourth and Wrong podcast. We will see you next week. Thank you for joining us here today. Donnie, don't leave. Don't leave. Donnie, Colin, unmute him. Colin,
I got you.
Fuck out.
thank you guys for joining us this week on the
It
Fourth
was
and
just
Wrong
hilarious
podcast.
during the outro. He's just crashing out silently.
Thank you guys for joining us this week on the Fourth and Wrong
man.
podcast. Make sure you go check out the TikToks, all the YouTube shorts, all the stuff we do on all our other social medias. We will see you guys next week. Peace.